in a new study coming out from Goldman Sachs saying that they think the total addressable market globally by 2030 could be $100 billion in sales.
Wow.
That's up from $6 billion this year. They're saying 15 million US adults could be on those drugs by 2030. That's about a 13% penetration for the US adult population of people that are not on those drugs for diabetes. Some pretty eye-popping numbers in here. Also, one of them being just the overall projection of how many people globally are going to be obese, a number that shocked me in there. Over half of the world population is projected to be obese by 2030. So that's sort of where they're building the case for these drugs are just going to be heavily used, again, as more clearance comes for them as well.
I mean, the WHO noting that obesity has nearly tripled worldwide since 1975. I mean, you think about that. You think about people living longer and the access to some of these drugs. Goldman estimates that people will be on the drug for 12 months. I don't know, guys. I don't know if you think that's too low, too high.
There's just mixed reporting out there on it, right? There are some reports, we quoted one in our article from UC Health that says you have to be on it forever. Once you're on it, you would, in theory, put on more weight if you were to come off the drug. So if you wanted to maintain whatever that figure is, or
I'm sure there are some people, though, that would want try and do a quick fix, go on it, lose the weight, and see if they can maintain it. But I don't know how sustainable that is.
Just skimming through that big report, talking about how there's sort of there's two issues, right? People with bad lifestyle and people that have genetic disorders, right? So the people with genetic disorders, maybe it makes more sense for them to do something like this. People with poor lifestyle, come on, what are we doing here? Like, eat better, exercise more. You look at old pictures from the 20s and 30s. No one's overweight. Everyone's pretty skinny back then because you weren't eating a lot of processed foods. I know I'm on a little soapbox here.
Too.
I'm on a soapbox here, but that stat of 51% of people are going to be overweight globally by 2030. It's at 38% right now, or 2020. Even that seems really high.
It feels like we have time to fix that, right?
Yeah, we don't need to.
You would hope, right?
Yeah. I mean, Goldman Sachs is infamous for putting out that note a few years ago about talking about how is curing disease bad for business for big pharma.